1,000 ants versus Black Widow. Okay, well, I'm just gonna imagine them ants are gonna pack that Black Widow up. There's no way in hell this shit gonna work. It's not gonna win. There's no way in hell, bro. There's just no way. I bet. Put my quality up. Why my shit on fucking fuck, nigga? Fucking.
If 1,000 ants had to fight a Black Widow, what would actually happen? Would the spiders...
The ants would win. Simple as that. You don't even need to make the video. End the video right now.
Venom come out on top, or would the sheer number of ants overwhelm her?
Of course.
In this video, I'm gonna test ants against that and tons of other interesting...
So basically, he's torturing bugs for content. That's fucked up, gang. That's nature. Why are we doing that to nature? What did nature do to you? I'm just kidding. You forgot your intro music? I do that in the editing software. And also, I ain't doing it. Actually, I don't even do it in editing software. I just throw the bitch on the YouTube. This shit raw. On this YouTube channel, everything raw, nigga. Just like my beef. I'm just kidding.
Scenarios to see how strong ants really are. The only problem is I don't have 1,000 ants. Thankfully, I found this website that sells just that. And the coolest thing is, it's a...
They sell ants? What the fuck? I ain't know they sold 1,000 ants. Like, why would they sell just 1,000? Like that precise number, just 1,000 ants? Yo, it's good, Rihanna. Lunar, I just said happy birthday to your wifey. First of all, it's not my wife, nigga. You're bugging. That's my homeboy. What's good, though? They selling fish on Amazon? They sell fish on Amazon? What? Ain't no fucking way.
1,000 ants. Thankfully, I found this website that sells just that. And the coolest thing is, it's a mystery species, meaning we might actually get something really good.
The fuck?
$300. Let's just add this to the
300? Oh, that should make my ass itch.
To make sure the ants would arrive without any dying during the shipping.
Oh, I am so excited. As long as I got a good species.
Yo, just imagine you bought 1,000 ants and the nigga that's delivering the packages is just throwing that bitch to your porch. Nigga, take this shit. Boom! All the ants come out. Yo, imagine paying $300 and you lose all your ants. That's fucked up. Give me a refund, nigga.
It's gonna be so fun.
Look at that fucked up ass box. They got, yo, there's no way this shit didn't break in here. This box is fucked up, gang.
Oh, I am so excited. As long as I got a good species, it's gonna be so fun to watch these go against the Black Widow and everything else I have.
Bruh.
Them.
Anyways, I brought them to the recording area and opened up the package.
Okay.
And I was kind of surprised by what I found.
It's broken.
In here, oh my God.
What?
It actually is like 1,000. Okay, at least I didn't get scammed.
I'm thinking like it's gonna be in a nice little square compartment of some sort. Niggas put it in a medicine bottle. a pill bottle. What the fuck?
Since they were in a pill bottle, I couldn't really get a good look at them, so I got a clear container and dumped them all inside.
Ew.
Instantly, you could now see the true scale of what 1,000 ants actually looks like.
Ew.
And at least, I think it's 1,000. I'm not counting all these guys. And after analyzing the species, I realized that these are harvester ants, which are equipped with venomous stingers. And massive mandibles, meaning yes, this was actually going to be a very interesting video with everything I was going to test.
Now, for these 1,000 ants to be able to fight a Black Widow, we first need to get them in a nest. And well, everyone say hello to the Terra jar. It's like Terra Green.
Fuck is that?
Replace the green with a jar. Anyways, let me go and dump all these guys in here.
Damn, this shit making my ass itch.
Way bigger than that tiny pill bottle you were in.
Right away, you can
What's
see
that,
the
fries?
ants starting to move around on top of the soil. Now, you might be thinking that this isn't enough space for the ants. Well, it actually is, because this is specifically designed for the ants to dig out tunnels all along the sides of the glass. And as the video progresses, we're going to see their nest get crazier and crazier.
Wow.
And yeah, most of the ants were kind of going crazy trying to climb up the glass, but after leaving them alone for only a few hours, you could see they were already starting to construct their tunnel system. Each of the worker ants...
LunarDiary. What the fuck? Do I look like Darius to you? Nigga, I don't be stimming. Okay, maybe I do. I be saying a lot of gunga ginga. I ain't gonna lie. I be stimming like a motherfucker. But stimming is good though. I believe everybody should stim a little bit because it feels good. It gives that dopamine, serotonin, dopamine to your fucking brain, my nigga. Okay. All right. Anyway.
Ants would pick up singular grains of sand from the tunnels, walk up to the surface, drop the sand, and go back down to repeat the process.
What the
When you
fuck?
have 8,000 ants, you can see they dig out a pretty good amount in only just an hour of this time-lapse footage.
Oh yeah, it's sick to see the ants already.
That's
starting to build their
tough.
nest, and it should be fully dug out by the end of the video. Anyways,
Wow.
as you know, I'll be putting these guys to the test against a black widow. But before then, I have all of these different training activities to prepare the ants for the final spider boss.
Right.
Second up, we're gonna see how fast they can take down some prey. Yup.
This nigga is a sick motherfucker. He's really torturing nature for content, but come on. Yo, I miss my favorite streamer. I'm your favorite? What, me? Me, nigga? Oh, you're too nice. Anyways.
For the final spider boss. Second up, we're gonna see how fast they can take down some prey. Yup. We've got a cricket. Oh my gosh, crickets hate me, and sorry, buddy, you are gonna be, well.
Yeah, you're fucked up, man.
We'll just see what's about to happen.
And well, right after dropping the cricket in, literally within like a nanosecond, the ants were
Yo, they
swarming.
on that
It would only
nigga.
take like a couple minutes, but no, this cricket was already pinned down, getting venom injected into him. As I said
Nah,
earlier,
that's
each of
fucked
these
up.
ants is equipped with a venomous
Oh, they
sting that is
giving him
obviously
back
not super deadly
shots.
to humans, but the crickets, when there's like 20 ants repeatedly stinging you, you're kind of done for. Now, the ants don't play around when there's a threat near their nest, and you can see over the next 30 minutes, the cricket stayed completely surrounded by the ants.
Oh my
And I'm guessing they already started
God.
to rip its antennas off and stuff to get a tasty meal to spread with the rest of the colony.
Yo.
Dang, that was cool to watch. Anyways, it's getting late.
Okay, but let's be honest though. 1,000 ants. That little ass cricket is not feeding the whole gang. Like, let's be honest, my nigga. That little ass cricket, nigga, throw some more in there. You might as well. Just say it though.
I think I'm gonna go and put this bucket on top of the ant. So
GG, he was woo.
When I wake up, there's gonna be tons more tunnels. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning.
That nigga got
Over those next 10
chomped.
hours, the ants made their tunnels so much larger and more intricate than before. And on the
Damn.
back, they even had tunnels all the way down at the bottom, with ants actively walking about the whole system.
Anyway,
Yeah.
ants, it's 8 a.m. and that means it's time. As you can see, the alarm's going off. It's
the
time for
fuck?
challenge number 3. Let's get
What's
these
that?
ants trained even more.
For this training, I have to pick up one unlucky ant and
Aw.
transport him to the ant lion pit. If you
What?
don't know what an ant lion is, well, this is it. It's just a tiny little bug that has actually evolved over millions of years to be an expert at taking down ants.
God.
Basically, when you go and put them on the floor, they start to dig themselves under the ground.
Ew.
And then they just go around digging. And I have 9 more of these guys, which I spread across the whole tank. And as you can see,
Yo, this motherfucker here. yo, he's finding any and every way to torture these motherfuckers. You feel me? But it's like, gang, are you psychotic for doing this? I'm just saying though, this gives me, when you're a kid, well, not every kid should be doing this, but like the psychotic ones, they start killing animals for fun. Yo, this give me the vibes. I ain't gonna lie to you.
they all dig around, making these little lines in the ground. But after
Damn.
waiting a few hours, you can see that each of the ant lions had actually dug out their own little pits in the ground. And when an ant walks into the bottom of them, they're basically cooked.
GG. That's Diablos from fucking Monster Hunter.
Some breadcrumbs so you can bring back to the colony if you survive this.
And without further ado, I let the ant loose. Let's see if he can get the bread to feed the colony. Immediately, he started to explore around the sand area. He had no idea that he was constantly walking near these pits of death. And
Oh my
eventually, he
God.
took the wrong step and stumbled inside of them.
GG.
These pits are specifically designed to make the ants trip into them, but the ant lion at the bottom must have been sleeping or something, because nothing happened and the ant was just able to walk out. But if you look closely, this caused the ant lion to wake up. He was now active and armed, with his mandibles now throwing up sand in case the ant walked in again. And over the next few minutes, the ant did just that. He
Stupid.
kept walking inside of the pit, but the ant lion just could never quite snap on the ant at the right time.
What is he
that was
doing?
until this. You see, this is paused footage, but basically if we unpause it, you can see exactly what happens when an ant lion gets a hold of the ant. The ant lion started to bring the ant underground, and within a few seconds, it was like there was never anything even here. I thought it was over, and you could tell by the sand moving that the ant was getting pulled further and further underground.
And then the
But
ant
all
comes
of a
out.
sudden, I saw this. A little bit of the ant's head had poked out of the ground. He somehow was
What?
fighting back.
This nigga fought his demons and won. Ain't no way. Nigga dragged him to hell. Said, fuck no. Nigga turned to a source wrath, said, I'm walking out of hell. What are you talking about? Yo, ain't no way.
And must have been using its stinger to try and escape. I immediately rushed back and recorded with my other camera, and what I saw was so weird. The ant had somehow made it out from under the sand.
How?
It wasn't trying to escape. In fact, it was using its front legs to try and dig back under the ground.
Yo, this nigga wanna smoke. This nigga on BT. He said, what, nigga? You trying to drag me down? Trying to fuck me up, nigga? Watch what I do. I'm coming right back. Yo.
Bro, what the heck?
Yo, this
Why
guy's
is
a
this ant
demon.
digging like a dog. He's literally using his front legs to dig in the sand where he almost just got killed.
Nah, he's a demon.
Nah, bro, if you want to be eaten by an antlion that bad, I will gladly put you right there.
Yo,
buddy.
Right
that's
after
fucked
putting him
up.
In this pit, this antlion also woke up and eventually snapped at the
Got
ants,
him.
and it once again started to pull him underground.
Oh.
But miraculously, this ant was able to fight back once again and somehow broke free.
What the
Immediately
fuck?
ran out of the hole and straight over to the breadcrumbs to claim.
This nigga is different. Yo, this guy is actually a demon. Like, he really don't, and he's immortal. He don't get no fucks. Yo, XVN, I can't pronounce your name. Thank you for the follow, though, my man. Yo.
His prize. Nah, this ant tricked me to have me move him closer to the bread, and now he somehow won the challenge.
Wow.
Nah, bro, there is something up with these ants. I'm being dead serious. How on earth did he escape the antlion pit over here? And how on earth did he escape this one and then know to go to the...
I wonder what does the creator do with the ants after his videos? Shit. I don't know. Maybe he set them free. I don't fucking know.
bread, and now is trying to bring bread back to the colony. Bro, well played. You survived. I'll bring you and all the bread back to the colony.
Wow.
So I brought it all over to the nest, and the entire colony was clearly super excited. They all
Damn.
swarmed the bread and started taking little pieces of it underground. Anyways, I went and waited a few hours and came back to find the nest even bigger once again. The
Damn.
ants still are not done with their training sessions, and next up, we gotta see if they can
That's a
survive
Venus
some
flytrap.
Venus flytraps
Yep.
for some food. So I immediately picked up some of the workers to bring them to the flytrap minefield, completely decked out with tons of Venus flytraps.
What the hell?
For the food on this obstacle, we got a gorilla. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Nigga. Okay, look. I know I ain't tripping. This look like a weed pack. I ain't gonna lie. Is that the dut pack? Yo, what is that? Look, it's you. Motherfucker, that's not what I'm talking about. This like this nigga got a weed pack. He got some weed in that bitch, nigga? Yo, nigga, why do you smoking that
Flytrap plants.
For the food on this obstacle, we got a gorilla. I'm just kidding. I don't know why it's packaged in this. Basically, what it is just a bunch of oats. And I'm just going to feed these to the ants. Put them inside.
You see, each Venus flytrap has these tiny little trigger hairs inside of them, and
Yes.
when something touches them, it causes them to close.
Exactly.
And if I carefully put the oats in between the hairs without hitting any of them, I can basically just put the food in here, which will make the ants have to carry them out. But it was actually pretty hard to get the oats perfectly inside, so I ended up just spreading the oats everywhere around the tank.
All right, let's see how the ants do in here.
God damn, that's a couple.
They're not going to do too well, but yeah, we'll see.
Immediately, the ants had started to swarm out the tube that I'd put them in, and they were probably really confused of why they were all just transported away from their nest. And for a little while, they kind of just walked around, investigating their new environment. That was until a couple minutes later, where this first ant walked up to a Venus flytrap plant. He probably had no idea that these plants were basically alive.
Yo,
and
he's
wanted to
cooked.
eat him whole.
Wait,
Thankfully, though,
what?
this guy was able to walk out of the plants without triggering any of the traps.
Yo, they got
However, a few
insane
minutes
luck.
later, this ant walked up to another one of the plants, and well, this time all I'll say is he wasn't as lucky. Surprisingly, he wasn't super attracted to the oats, but it did seem like he may have been attracted to the traps themselves. You see, Venus flytraps create a very thin layer of nectar around the lip of the jaws to lure insects in. Eventually, this ant ended up, well, walking into one. hitting a
Stupid
trigger hair,
motherfucker.
and just like that, he was now stuck inside of the jaws.
Cooked.
As you can see, the ant was just walking around inside trying to escape, and he had no idea what to do. Too bad for this guy. This trap is going to release a type of acid over the next few days to basically just turn him into some nutrients to make the plant even stronger.
GG.
Now, interestingly enough, pretty much all the ants I had put inside were staying away from the traps, and were all grouped up around this corner. In fact, they were actually...
Okay, so these are the only smart ants. That one ant, bruh, stupid as fuck. Nigga, how you get caught by a fucking plant? I tell you what, if I was an ant, I'm never getting caught by some shit like that. I promise you.
Started the process of digging some more tunnels.
Wow.
Now, these ants still think they're in the nest. They're just trying to dig. Well, I mean, I guess it's pretty smart if you're not getting eaten by the traps. Over the next 20 minutes, only one single ant came across another Venus flytrap. This guy. Let's call him Larry. Now, Larry's is a daredevil because he was walking all over the jaws of all of these plants.
Oh, nice wildin'.
Risking it for the biscuit. But eventually, Larry's luck ran out.
GG.
This happened. The jaw had closed on him, leaving half of his body stuck out of it. But
that's
actually pretty good
fucked.
for Larry, because it means he had a chance to escape.
Really?
Using all of his strength, which, albeit is not very much, he tried pushing himself
That's not gonna split his body in half, though? Oh my god, he got his booty stuck in there.
out of the jaws.
Wait, what the fuck? Is that a spider?
Is designed to just get tighter and tighter as time goes on.
GG.
This ant was doomed. Well, not actually, because I kind of felt bad for Larry, so I cheated nature and used my tweezers to open the trap.
Nice.
I safely got Larry out and brought him back to the rest of the colony.
Wow, maybe you're
that
not as
training
fucked
actually
up.
went really well. Every single ant survived except one. So I brought them all back to the nest and gave the whole colony a bunch of these little gorilla oats to show my support. As you can see, it didn't take long for some of the ants to start moving the oats down to their intricate tunnel systems. And speaking of these tunnel systems, the last training session I'm putting these ants through before the Black Widow is a flood simulation. Yeah, I'm flooding this ant nest.
Nah, that's funny. Nigga really hosting an ant Squid Games. And you dead ass not wrong. This is dead ass an ant Squid Game. No cap. Literally, bro. He's torturing these motherfuckers, but there's no prize. There's no reward.
Well, kinda, because if I actually flooded this thing, it would kill every single ant. So instead, I've got this thing called the Little Dripper.
What the
which, as you
fuck?
can see, drips some water droplets very slowly.
Yeah, it might seem kind of lame, but this little bit of water should be enough to eventually collapse part of the ants' tunnel system. And if it does collapse, if they can fix it quickly, it means they would have passed all my training missions, and that means they're ready for
The Black Widow.
So I immediately started to drop the little droplets of water. And initially, the ants were very confused. Some of the droplets were hitting the ants and making them get completely drenched in water. But to my surprise, it almost seemed like the ants wanted to get wet, because more and more of the ants started to gather around where the water was dropping.
Shit, do ants get
Eventually,
thirsty?
A whole pile of ants was getting completely soaked by it.
Do they
See,
get
ants
thirsty?
are amazing in their ability to work as a team. And in the wild, if a real flood occurred, a massive ant colony would literally join together to make a raft out of their bodies.
That's
And that way, the important
crazy.
stuff like the queen and eggs could stay on the top and stay dry to ensure the future of the colony.
That's crazy, though. Hold on, though. They run with a rate of 1,000 niggas? Yo, appreciate you for the raid, Ski Genki. I hope you had a good stream, man.
And on a mini scale, this is sort of what the ants are doing here. They're joining together to make a shield out of their bodies to prevent the water from getting into their tunnels where all the eggs are stored.
Wow, ants are actually amazing.
I was totally expecting these tunnels to just collapse from the water, but it seems like ants have literally evolved to do pretty much anything. I'll remove this water. I don't want to do any more harm. You guys prove to me you're very capable.
They instantly took down the cricket, somehow escaped the ant lions, survived the Venus
Wow, they're
flytraps,
smart.
and even
Ants are mad
survived
smart.
a flood. And throughout that process, they managed to build an awesome nest with a thriving colony.
It is safe to say these ants are ready.
They're
for
dumb
my
smart.
Black Widow.
Uh-oh.
Now this is actually my last Black Widow because all the other ones from my other videos have escaped.
Really?
Don't tell my mom.
But anyways, I went and put the Black Widow in a container so you guys could get a good look at it. And as you
Bruh.
can tell, it has that insane, iconic red hourglass
Bro, if you don't get the little toy out the fucking... Are you serious, gang?
abdomen. Wait, sorry. This is my pet robot Black Widow. This is not the real one.
Well, no
Here
shit.
is the real Black Widow.
Ooh.
As you can tell, it's extremely creepy.
Yeah.
Under its glossy black abdomen is where the red
You think if we get bit by that chat, we turn to Spider-Man? Who want to take that risk first? I let you do it. You let me know. Then I'll do it. No cap.
hourglass is located. These guys have an insane amount of venom, so if it even bites a single ant, it's safe to say it's gonna be a goner. Anyways,
no.
here is the tank where the final battle will take place. I went and put a few sticks from my backyard, then I put in the Black Widow. Immediately, she started climbing all over the sticks, and I went and waited a little while she sort of settled in and found a nice spot to rest. Once she did, I went to the ant nest, scooped a good amount of the workers into a tube so we could get this battle started.
Let's get these ants in here. Let the games begin!
Nah, this is deadass ant Squid Games.
Immediately, the ants started to run out of the tube and down onto the sand. When pretty much all of the ants had made it down to the sand, some
I feel like this is not enough ants. Is it really gonna pack up this spider? I feel like it was gonna. I thought he was gonna use all thousands of his ants. No cap. Nigga only use like maybe 10, 20, maybe 15. I don't know. First time in stream. Hey Lunar, what's good, my guy ski? Welcome to the stream skis.
Started to make their way over to the Black Widow, which was just perched right above them on the stick.
That's the
But I'm
final
not gonna
boss.
lie, I'm a pretty impatient guy, and I couldn't bear to wait for the battle to start. So
Bruh, he
I
put the
literally
nigga back.
picked up the stick myself to
Bruh.
bring the spider down to the ants. Immediately, the
Bruh.
spider started to run around.
Yo.
None of the ants really noticed besides this guy.
Oh.
That kind of bit the spider's leg or something and scared it away. The spider tried to escape as fast as it could by climbing the glass, but it was too slick. Once a few other of the ants had noticed the Black Widow was on the ground, they started to jump.
Oh
It
shit.
was actually pretty funny to watch because as you can see, there's barely any ants, and the spider was so scared trying to run away at full speed. Bro, you're
Yo.
like the most venomous spider in the world. Why are you not just fighting back?
That nigga pussy.
Yeah, a couple of the ants just kind of continued to terrorize the Black Widow. But the thing is, all of the rest of the ants were kind of just doing their own thing.
Bro,
on the
you
other
need
side
more
of the
ants.
enclosure.
More
I had to
ants,
make this
gang.
more interesting. So I had to
What the hell? How you raid me again? What the fuck?
better plan. I went and picked up all of the ants to bring them back to the nest.
All right, well, I got the Black Widow from the tank. And hey, the title did say 1,000 ants versus Black Widow. Let's actually put this to the test against 1,000 ants.
Okay, there
Well,
we
I
go.
dropped the spider inside, and it immediately started going crazy, running everywhere. And
Yo,
obviously,
they
the ants
clapped
did not
it.
act kindly. Every single worker went on red alert mode and jumped onto the spider,
Gang.
grabbing her with their mandibles and repeatedly stinging it over and over.
I mean, honestly, are we really surprised though? That nigga dropped that little spider in hot lava. Gang, he was fried from the first foot he stepped in that bitch. Yo.
As you saw with the cricket, ants do not mess around with stuff in their nest. And to my surprise, the Black Widow did not even get a chance to fight back. It's actually pretty crazy how quickly
baited
the ants
him.
pinned
No
it down
cap.
and started to devour it.
Baited.
Yeah, well, that's literally all that happened. And that should answer your question of who wins in a fight. 1,000 ants definitely wins. And
Like,
they
come on, bruh.
basically beat everything. There's a reason why ants are the secret king of the animal kingdom. Because there's quadrillions of ants around the world.
But one final thing, I have an important message to all the kids and families and
Huh?
parents watching out there. Because the new Terror Green activity book was just released. No, seriously, we just released this book.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck about that book. I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. But W video though. I'm not gonna lie to you. 1,000 ants versus the fucking Black Widow. Niggas got faded.